Okay, this is a several photographs for the golden stool, also called the Sika kofi, and it's from the Ashanti peoples, which geographically it's around south central Ghana. It dates from 1700 CE, and it's gold over wood and cast gold attachments. So I have a few pictures there that not only show the stool and the attachments, but also people around the stool. Now, just some context. The Ashanti are a matrilineal people, and many of the affairs in the famous confederation were regulated through matrilineages. They believe that a man is related through blood to his mother and to his father through spirit, and that the real link between generations is by the blood transmitted through matrilineage kin. An Ashanti therefore traces his descent through his mother and is a member of his mother's lineage, which consists of all the descendants who trace their genealogy through female links to a common ancestress. The shrine of each lineage is a blackened stool. For an ordinary lineage head, the stool chosen to represent spirit is the one that he ate from or the one they sat on to have his bath. The daily bathing meant that there would have been complete penetration of his soul stuffed into the wood. Others say it has to be one on which the corpse was bathed. The consecration ceremony consists in making the black stool. Black is a symbolic for death, and it also prevents decomposition of the wood. The most common form of stool incorporates 5 support posts, 1 at the center and 4 at the periphery, which suggests the king and 4 subsidiary chiefs, or the zenith sun and 4 cardinal points. The queen mother of each lineage is also meant to have one, while the queen mother of the Ashanti nation had a silver one. On this shrine, the head of the lineage at the appropriate times offer food and drinks to the ancestors, praying that they may protect the members of the lineage, bless them with health and long life, that the women may bear children, and that the farms may yield food and plenty. As far as the chiefdom is concerned, it is the deceased rulers, the ancestors of the royal lineage, that not only guard lineage members but protect the whole chiefdom. Now, the golden stool was traditionally believed to have been brought from the sky by the first king's priest and counselor. The priest promised the king he would conjure from the heavens a stool which would be the symbol of his authority and of the unity of the nation. It would be the repository of the soul of the nation and would bring prosperity and prevent adversity. The golden stool descended from the sky and dropped into the lap of the king as an accompaniment of thunder and lightning. So this stool is symbolic, or it's a symbol for the Ashanti nation. It's believed to contain the soul of the nation. It's a symbol of national unity and of the nation's spirit. Now, it's never actually used to sit on, and it never is supposed to touch the ground. The new king is raised over the stool and is carried to the king on a pillow, and he is the only one allowed to touch it. It's displayed on its side to indicate that it's not for actual use. The entire surface is inlaid with gold, which shows that that was the main economic trade item of this tribe. The gold used in its construction was said both to represent the essence of the sun and to symbolize life's vital force or soul, thus making it essential to power and well-being. Gold was further identified with endurance through the sun's perpetuity and life. Unlike the moon, the sun never, quote unquote, dies. On the golden stool, there are bells, which are hung from the side to warn the king of danger or of communicating with the ancestors. Sometimes it's read as both. There are charms of golden beads are added to it by each successive chief. The hollow human form bells represent defeated enemies of the state, the first such sculpture being said to depict the king of Dankira, whom Osei Tutu vanquished soon after he came to power. This victory meant political independence and economic viability, since the Asante state could then control the coast and its European trade. Now, there are replicas that are used in ceremonies, and each replica is a little different. And this led to the War of the Golden Stool in 1900. Conflict over the British sovereignty in Ghana, which was also known as the time as the Gold Coast, said that a British representative tried to sit on the stool and demanded it from the people. Well, their king wasn't even allowed to sit on the stool, let alone a foreigner. So this led to an uproar and a rebellion, and it's an example of the lack of cultural sensitivity among colonial leaders and the people of the area that they took over. The war ended with British annexation, and then Ashanti earned de facto independence. Today, it is brought out for special ceremonies celebrating the king, and the stool is accompanied by its own entourage, umbrella, and drums. The central support of the golden stool may serve as a symbolic equivalent to the king's dynastic tree, under which the heads of the defeated enemies were buried. By the way, for during the War of the Golden Stool, the stool remained hidden, and the British never found it, and it wasn't brought back out into view until after the end of that war. Okay, that is the golden stool.